Hello everybody, this is Jeannie from aplaceformycards.blogspot.com, and today we're going to be making this card that's entitled I'd Wish. And what this little robotic puppy dog would wish for is to be a real dog with a real boy that has real treats. And that's what the background paper says, to be a real dog with a real boy that has real treats. This is what the inside of the card looks like, and I'm going to show you how we do this. The tools you're going to need are a fine tip black marker, a super fine tip black marker, a white gel pen. I've got a jelly roll pen. I like these white pens. You're going to need 3D dots. I use the 3D dots. You're going to need like some kind of adhesive, and I use the quilling glue because it has this really fine point and it holds really good. I love this for the small pieces. And you'll need a tape gun and a pair of scissors. Okay, I computer generated this background piece right here on my computer, and I'm going to show you I've taken a picture of that, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute while I'm assembling the card. And I'm going to show you some still shots on my mat of how I laid everything out on my gypsy mat. And you can go to my blog, www.aplaceformycard.blogspot.com, and get all the directions for all the cuts there. Okay, my card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. My frame piece is 4 by 5 1/4, and this background piece right here ended up to be 3 1/2 by 4 1/2 this time. The way I computer generated the words, I didn't make it the normal size. This is the same on the inside, and then the sentiment piece is 2 3/4 by 4. Okay, my cuts, the puppy dog and its layers, all came from robots. The letters from the I'd Wish, I welded them together, and they're from the robots cartridge. The clouds came from Create a Critter. You can use any clouds that you want to use. And this is just the regular cut. There's also a shadow cut, but I didn't use it. I used 2 of the regular cuts. I'm going to show you why in just a minute. And this is a layer cut, and this white stuff is a layer cut. These are the parts of the wheels, and these are the puppy dog eyes, and this big part is where the little dial is. This right here is his body and his face and his tail, and then these are the little parts that go on the inside of the dial. And the first thing I'm going to do is show you how I cut this apart. I'm going to cut off the head of the puppy dog, and then I'm going to cut his little antenna off here, and I'm going to cut his ear off. And then the other piece, I'm going to cut off all of his little legs. And I'm going to cut his little tail off, because when we layer him up, all these pieces, and this is his little neck, all these pieces right here would stand out in front of, like, his body would stand out in front of his tail, and his head would stand out in front of his ears, and his little ear and his antenna from the way his head's turned. And while I'm going, I'm going to show you my screenshot and my computer shot of this, and I'm going to layer up all the pieces. Okay, hello everybody, I'm back. I wanted to show you how I put the layers of the little dog together. So I put his layers on these pieces I'm going to pop up on the head and on the body, and then the whole piece is where I put the layers to the legs and the wheels and the tail. And right now I'm going to show you what I wanted to do to this before I put this together. We're going to go around this with a little black marker and just add a dash and a dot and a dash and a dot. It just will make it gives the cloud an outline and makes it pop up off the page a lot better. I didn't add ink to this card because it was like futuristic. It didn't need to look old and fashioned and like it'd been laying around for a while. It needed to more look modern, so I didn't add any ink to this. To make the lamp, the genie lamp, show up, there was a little line right there that I drew right over it. I used my finer black marker to add a little line right here, a line right here. Now I'm going to go around the edge of all of this. Just to make it pop out some more where you can see it better. Give it a little detail. I'm going to do that to this one in just a minute. You don't have to do it to the other cloud. I'm going to add some white dots to little puppy dog. Almost like little bolts on his little body. Add some to his little face. You don't really have to be picky about what you do. You just want to make some of the pieces stand apart from the rest of the card to make it pop up, make the edges of the cards, of the cuts, stand out from the cuts behind them. Add little dots to the tail like that. And then while I'm gone, I'm going to assemble the little cloud and get my pop dots put on for y'all and finish this right here. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay everybody, I'm back. I've added the pop dots to the back of the whole puppy dog, and I'm going to place him right here on my card. Oops, stick it to me. Put right in here. Then I went ahead and so he's popped up, and then this bottom cloud that we didn't do anything to is stuck directly to the paper. And then my top cloud, I went ahead and added the eyed wish and the little lamp, and I put some little white dots on the eyed wish. Gonna line this up, pop it up. There's his little head all put together, and we're gonna pop it up on top of this. That way his little antenna and his little ears behind the front of his head. And there's his little body, and we're going to pop it up like that, and see how his little tail falls behind that, and his legs do too. And to make the inside match, we have the same papers, and we're going to use our quilling glue. We use the quilling glue for all those little pieces, and we're going to put that right up here in the middle. And this is what your finished card looks like. I'd wish to be a dog, a real dog with a real boy that has a real treat. And that's what the inside looks like. I hope you enjoyed this card today. Remember, you'll find all the sizes of all the cut pieces and all the cartridge I used written down on my blog, www.aplaceformycard.blogspot.com. And you'll also find still pictures of this card if you need them to reference making a card. I love it when you leave your comments, and I appreciate you so much for watching my videos. I hope you learned something from them, and if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. My email address is on my blog. I hope you have a blessed day.